Japan is known for technological dominance and a homogeneous corporate culture. It is rarely associated with black wealth. Yet beneath Tokyo's neon skyline, a powerful network of Black and Afro-Japanese women is quietly rewriting the Asian economy. From culinary pioneers serving the elite to media sovereigns and venture capitalists holding tens of millions in equity, they did not just break the glass ceiling, they bypassed it. This is a look into the financial fortresses and unyielding ambition of the richest black women in Japan. Number 8. Rhea Scott. Japan's corporate culture is infamous for its relentless pace, a hyper-productive environment that often pushes its professionals to the absolute brink of psychological burnout. Entering this high-stress ecosystem is Rhea Scott, a Caribbean-born entrepreneur who accurately identified a massive, unaddressed gap in Tokyo's wellness market. Moving to Japan in 2014, Scott originally intended to follow the standard, temporary expatriate path. Instead, she diagnosed a systemic need for mental infrastructure and founded the Being Room in 2020. This is not a casual meditation blog or a weekend hobby. It is a premium spiritual and mental wellness consultancy operating in one of the most high-pressure cities on Earth. To truly understand the wealth generated here, you have to look at the underlying business of mindfulness. In Tokyo, corporate wellness consulting, team resilience workshops, and private executive coaching command elite pricing. Scott strategically positioned her brand to cater to high-net-worth expats, exhausted corporate leaders, and local Japanese professionals who are desperate for sustainable mental health strategies but often face strict cultural stigmas around seeking traditional therapy. By hosting high-ticket workshops, exclusive retreats, and high-level corporate seminars, she transitioned from merely offering a service to providing essential psychological infrastructure. Her revenue model relies on recurring client engagement, establishing a loyal, affluent community that willingly pays a premium for safe, curated, and expertly guided spaces. Furthermore, her business acumen is rooted in highly strategic partnerships. Instead of absorbing the crippling, exorbitant commercial real estate costs associated with renting permanent office space in central Tokyo, Scott collaborates with established upscale venues and local lifestyle brands. This lean, agile operational model ensures that her corporate overhead remains microscopic while her profit margins remain exceptionally high. Retainer-based corporate wellness programs offer a steady, predictable cash flow, insulating her business from seasonal fluctuations. By monetizing expertise in emotional intelligence and resilience, Rhea Scott has carved out a highly profitable niche. She proves that in a metropolis built on technological advancement and relentless labor, the most lucrative asset you can possibly sell is peace of mind. Her journey from a language teacher to a wellness visionary highlights a crucial wealth-building strategy, identifying a societal pain point and meticulously monetizing the cure. Number 7. La-Tonya Whitaker. The restaurant and hospitality business in Tokyo is famously cutthroat. The city boasts the most Michelin stars of any location globally, making it an unforgiving, hyper-competitive landscape for outsiders trying to make their mark. Yet, La-Tonya Whitaker, alongside her husband David, managed to build a culinary fortress right in the heart of Azabu-Juban, one of Tokyo's most affluent, exclusive, and historically wealthy districts. As the co-owner of Soul Food House, Whitaker did not just open a diner. She engineered a cultural institution that serves as the premium hub for Black expatriates, visiting diplomats, international celebrities, and curious Japanese elites. The economics of Soul Food House extend far beyond the profit margins of a plate of chicken and waffles. Whitaker understood early on that true hospitality wealth is generated through community anchoring, flawless consistency, and exclusivity. By importing authentic, high-quality ingredients, which is often a logistical and financial nightmare in Japan, she essentially created a monopoly on authentic Southern American cuisine in the region. This engineered scarcity allows for premium pricing menus. Furthermore, the venue operates as a lucrative private event space, frequently hosting corporate gatherings, international networking events, and the highly exclusive Legacy Lounge. In the commercial real estate gauntlet of Tokyo, maximizing the utility of every single square foot of your property is the difference between barely surviving and wildly thriving. Whittaker's financial brilliance also lies in her organic brand positioning. Seoul Food House has effortlessly become a mandatory, highly publicized stop for international Black celebrities touring Japan, providing invaluable global marketing that public relations firms would normally charge millions to manufacture. This constant influx of high-profile clientele elevates the restaurant's status, turning weekend dinner reservations into a highly sought-after commodity. Beyond the daily cash register receipts, Whittaker has leveraged her substantial success to become a cornerstone of the Tokyo business community, regularly offering paid consulting and support for other minority-owned startups attempting to navigate the labyrinth of Japanese commercial law. Her wealth is measured not just in steady, reliable cash flow, but in immense social capital. In a foreign market that heavily favors its own domestic culinary traditions, La-Tonya Whittaker built an empire by refusing to assimilate her menu, proving that cultural authenticity is a universal, highly bankable currency. Number 6. Amarachi Nwosu. In the modern digital economy, whoever controls the narrative dictates the flow of capital. Amarachi Nwosu, a Nigerian-American filmmaker and visionary entrepreneur, understood this principle long before her peers. Having studied abroad at Temple University's Tokyo campus, Nwosu experienced firsthand the profound, isolating lack of representation for people of color within Asian media. Instead of petitioning existing television networks for a seat at the table, she boldly built her own production powerhouse, Melanin Unscripted. Her documentary work, specifically Black in Tokyo and Women of Color in Japan, did not just earn critical viral acclaim. It actively disrupted the visual landscape of Japanese media and instantly attracted the attention of global corporate giants. Nwosu's inclusion on the prestigious Forbes 30 Under 30 list is a direct testament to her mastery of media equity. Melanin Unscripted operates not just as a YouTube channel, but as a global creative platform and consulting agency, bridging the massive gap between multinational brands and diverse untold stories. When Fortune 500 corporations like Nike, Apple, or Sony want to authentically tap into global youth culture or execute inclusive marketing campaigns in Asia, they require specialized creative direction. Nwosu's agency provides that high-level consulting, directing, and production, allowing her to command premium B2B, business-to-business agency fees. She is not simply creating independent art, she is executing highly lucrative six-figure commercial contracts. Her business model is entirely decentralized, forward-thinking, and globally scalable. With a creative team operating simultaneously across Tokyo, Lagos, London, and New York, Nwosu brilliantly minimizes regional economic risks and taps into multiple international revenue streams at once. By ruthlessly retaining the intellectual property and licensing rights of her documentaries and creative assets, she ensures long-term, passive dividends. Her time in Japan catalyzed a vision that turned keen cultural observation into a multinational media agency. Nwosu represents the absolute new vanguard of wealth, the digital architect who leverages international, boots-on-the-ground experience into a borderless, highly profitable enterprise. She recognized that the Asian market was starving for diverse, high-quality, cinematic content and seamlessly positioned herself as the premier supplier. Number 5. Angela Benson. To fully grasp the magnitude of Angela Benson's financial success, you must first understand the intense mechanics of the Japanese music market. Japan is currently the second-largest music market in the world, fiercely loyal to its domestic talent and notoriously impenetrable for foreign independent artists. It is an industry still heavily driven by physical sales, CDs and DVDs, high-priced merchandise, and exclusive subscription-based fan clubs. Enter Angela Benson, a former pre-law and pre-med student who aggressively pivoted to become the CEO of Vitae Records. When her husband, recording artist Matt B., began gaining organic traction overseas, Benson took complete executive control, deliberately bypassing traditional major label structures to retain full intellectual property rights. Benson's masterstroke was her targeted surgical invasion of the Japanese market. She did not rely on generic, spray-and-pray global distribution algorithms. She engineered localized marketing strategies, secured strategic Japanese partnerships, and deftly navigated the complex licensing and retail laws of Japan, including the powerful Oricon charts and Tower Records distribution networks. The ultimate result? A #1 album in a country where they did not even permanently reside. The financial implications of topping the Japanese charts are absolutely staggering. It triggers a massive cascade of revenue, premium-priced physical CD sales, lucrative international performance rights, and highly paid touring opportunities. By functioning as the CEO, the manager, and the lead international strategist, Benson ensured that the lion's share of this revenue flowed directly into Vitae Records, rather than being siphoned off by industry middlemen. Her wealth architecture is built entirely on absolute ownership. She understood early on that signing a standard, traditional record deal would mean surrendering the master recordings and the vast majority of the profits. By intensely learning the mechanics of international trade, global copyright law, and digital marketing, she built an independent label that operates with the financial efficiency of a major multinational corporation. Benson's story is a masterclass in cross-Pacific economics and executive grit. She proves that a black female executive can dominate one of the most insular, male-dominated markets on the planet, not by politely asking for permission, but by building a smarter, leaner, and exponentially more aggressive corporate vehicle. Number 4. Ariana Miyamoto. Generational wealth is frequently forged in the fires of intense public controversy. In 2015, Ariana Miyamoto shifted the cultural paradigm of an entire nation when she was crowned Miss Universe Japan. As an Afro-Japanese woman, born in Nagasaki to a Japanese mother and an African-American father, her historic victory sparked a massive, polarizing, and deeply uncomfortable national debate about what it truly means to be Japanese in the 21st century. But while the local tabloid media focused heavily on the backlash and the concept of the hafu, half-Japanese identity, Miyamoto focused entirely on the leverage. She took the immense, unsolicited spotlight and swiftly converted it into a highly lucrative, international personal brand. In the Japanese entertainment, television, and modeling industry, visibility is the ultimate unrivaled currency. Miyamoto's unprecedented profile made her an overnight global sensation. Instead of shying away from the controversy or retreating from the public eye, she utilized international media arbitrage, granting exclusive interviews to global news networks to skyrocket her value, subsequently securing high-tier modeling contracts, primetime television appearances, and international speaking engagements. The economics of Japanese corporate brand ambassadorships are incredibly lucrative. Major corporations willingly pay an exorbitant premium for figures who command high public recognition, and Miyamoto's unique history-making position allowed her to instantly transcend typical, short-lived pageant fame. She became the living symbol of a modern, globalized Japan, making her a highly attractive premium partner for international luxury brands seeking a progressive, diverse image. Beyond the fashion runway, her sustained wealth strategy relies on a diversified media presence. In Japan, top-tier Taranto television personalities earn substantial, consistent incomes through regular syndicated appearances on variety shows, lucrative commercial endorsements, and corporate sponsorships. Miyamoto navigated this complex television ecosystem with absolute precision, transitioning from a beauty queen to a sustained, highly paid media fixture and global speaker. She represents the paradigm shifter class of wealth. She did not inherit her elevated status. She fought an entire cultural establishment to secure it. By standing her ground, controlling her narrative, and fiercely owning her Afro-Japanese identity, she forced the industry to adapt to her, heavily monetizing her resilience and cementing her financial future in the process. Number 3. Crystal K. If you want to look at sheer, unadulterated longevity and compounding royalties in the Asian music industry, you look directly at Crystal K. Born and raised in Yokohama to an African-American father and a Zainichi Korean mother, Crystal K. Williams is a musical pioneer who has reigned over the J-Pop and Japanese R&B scene for more than 2 decades. Debuting at the remarkably young age of 13, she did not just casually participate in the Japanese music industry. She fundamentally helped shape its modern sound, consistently dominating the charts and collaborating with industry titans like Naomi Osaka and BUA. To truly understand Crystal K's massive wealth, you have to look closely at the unique mechanics of Japanese music royalties. Unlike the streaming-heavy, low-payout Western markets, Japan has historically maintained incredibly robust physical sales, where CDs and limited edition DVDs are sold at premium price points to highly dedicated fan bases. Furthermore, the karaoke industry in Japan is a massive, highly regulated, and immensely profitable revenue generator. Every single time one of her multi-platinum hit singles, like Koi ni Ochitara, is selected in a karaoke booth across the thousands of parlors scattered throughout Japan, performance royalties are legally generated. Over 20 uninterrupted years, these microtransactions securely compound into a massive, unstoppable river of passive income. Beyond standard publishing and mechanical royalties, Crystal K's touring revenue is a formidable financial engine. Japanese concert tours are highly structured, meticulously produced events featuring expensive ticketing tiers, and an obsessive merchandise culture where fans routinely spend hundreds of dollars per show on exclusive gear. By successfully maintaining her cultural relevance across multiple distinct eras of pop music, she has secured a lifetime of high-grossing live performances. Her bicultural identity, which she navigated flawlessly in the public eye, allowed her to introduce authentic R&B elements into mainstream Japanese pop, creating a signature sound that was uniquely hers and virtually impossible for record labels to replicate. Her sustained corporate endorsements, lucrative television anime theme, song placements, and recent theatrical ventures, including starring in massive Broadway-style musicals in Tokyo, have completely insulated her portfolio against industry volatility. She is Afro-Asian royalty, a woman whose voice is literally woven into the cultural and financial fabric of modern Japan. Number 2. Kimora Lee Simmons. While she operates on a truly global scale, Kimora Lee Simmons' Afro-Japanese heritage is the foundational DNA and strategic bedrock of her billion-dollar empire. Born to a Japanese mother and an African-American father, Simmons has continually cited her Asian roots as the aesthetic and philosophical core of her entire business acumen. She is not just a legendary fashion icon, a brilliant brand architect, and a matriarch of modern, diversified wealth. Her estimated net worth currently hovers around $200 million, making her one of the most financially dominant and influential Afro-Japanese women in recorded history. Simmons' ascent began on the elite runways of Paris, working directly with Karl Lagerfeld, but her true, unparalleled genius was revealed in the corporate boardroom. She took Baby Phat, initially viewed as a mere female offshoot of Phat Farm, and independently engineered it into a global lifestyle juggernaut that completely surpassed $1 billion in global retail sales. She understood implicitly that urban streetwear could be dramatically elevated to high fashion, applying an unapologetically glamorous, globalized aesthetic that resonated massively in both Asian and American consumer markets. But the true marker of her financial brilliance is not just that she built the brand from scratch. It is that she bought it back. In a highly strategic, incredibly complex corporate maneuver, Simmons reacquired the Baby Phat brand, seizing complete ownership and control to relaunch it for a new generation on her own terms. Beyond the fashion industry, Simmons has quietly but aggressively transitioned into a formidable venture capitalist. She strategically allocates her massive capital into tech startups, consumer goods, and highly profitable beauty brands, utilizing a sophisticated family office investment strategy that ensures her wealth multiplies across completely different sectors. Demonstrating her relentless drive for self-improvement, she even returned to academia later in life, earning a business degree from the University of Hartford to further sharpen her executive edge. Her lifestyle reflects this supreme, untouchable status: sprawling, gated estates in Beverly Hills, private aviation, and a museum-grade personal art collection. Yet, her connection to her Japanese heritage remains fierce, frequently influencing her design language, her stringent business discipline, and her international market strategies. Kimora Lee Simmons proves that embracing a multi-ethnic identity is not a marketing hurdle. It is a unique global advantage that can be leveraged to build a multi-generational, indestructible financial fortress. Number 1. Naomi Osaka. We have arrived at the absolute summit, the undisputed titan of Afro-Japanese wealth. Naomi Osaka is not just a generational athlete, she is a sovereign, multinational enterprise. With an estimated net worth rocketing past 45 million US dollars and a sprawling business portfolio that directly rivals Wall Street veterans, Osaka has completely rewritten the playbook for how a modern sports icon monetizes their athletic prime. Representing Japan on the global stage, she stands as the highest-paid female athlete in the world, but her 4 Grand Slam tournament prize checks represent only a fraction of her sprawling financial empire. Osaka's sheer brilliance lies in her aggressive transition from a passive brand ambassador to an active brand owner. Historically, top-tier athletes took flat, guaranteed fees to wear a corporate logo. Osaka, however, demanded actual equity. When she partnered with the rapidly growing salad chain Sweetgreen, she didn't just film a standard commercial. She bought a legitimate ownership stake in the company. In a move that shocked the sports business world, she left IMG, arguably the most powerful sports agency on earth, to boldly co-found her own management agency, Evolve. This ensured that she and her curated roster of clients retain maximum leverage and a larger share of the profits over their contracts. She then launched Kinlò, a premium sun care brand specifically formulated for melanated skin, accurately identifying a massive, historically ignored demographic in the beauty industry and capturing the market share entirely for herself. But her most aggressive and potentially lucrative play is in the world of media. Partnering with LeBron James's formidable Spring Hill company, Osaka launched Hanakuma, a sophisticated media production company designed to tell culturally specific, universal stories across television and film. By owning the production pipeline, she is strategically positioning herself to capture Hollywood-level revenue streams long after she officially retires from the tennis court. Her endorsement roster is an awe-inspiring lineup of global monopolies: Nike, Louis Vuitton, Panasonic, MasterCard, and Tag Heuer. They willingly pay her 8-figure sums annually because she perfectly represents the ultimate modern demographic: global, multicultural, unapologetic, and immensely successful. Osaka's wealth is heavily insulated by her unique dual identity. In Japan, she is revered as a national hero, securing unprecedented, record-breaking corporate backing from traditional Asian conglomerates. In the West, she is a massive cultural icon, commanding the American consumer market with equal, undeniable force. She handles her mental health and public image with absolute, unyielding autonomy, famously walking away from press conferences and major tournaments when necessary, proving to the world that she completely controls her career, not the sports establishment. Naomi Osaka is the absolute zenith of Black and Japanese wealth, a woman who does not just play the game, but owns the court, the stadium, and the broadcast rights. From La-Tonya Whitaker's culinary mastery to Naomi Osaka's global empire, these women prove wealth transcends geography. It requires vision, resilience, and absolute ownership. They conquered one of the world's most exclusive economies, turning cultural barriers into unprecedented financial leverage. Which of these moguls inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments below. For more deep dives into the hidden geography of elite wealth, like this video, and subscribe to Black Status. We will see you next time.